Hey guys, I'm here to talk to you about the family law system. I could go on for weeks and weeks and weeks, maybe months, talking about this one. We'll talk about one topic that I think we can all relate to as men is that once you file or you've been filed on, you went from being a great dad, providing for your children, to a deadbeat. And then they seek restraining orders and all kinds of crap. And in the family law system, they just believe whatever the woman says. So, what I just want to talk about is, have you experienced that? How did you deal with it? I think the best way to probably deal with that type of stuff is to make sure that you're documenting everything, especially text messages, and you're watching what you're saying and those types of things. But they'll just make an allegation. I mean, I had a restraining order filed against me, and she included my daughter from another marriage, which was crazy. Of course, the court didn't entertain that, but I know some other people who've had it filed against them, and then they've been restricted from seeing their kids until they actually have a hearing on it, which is garbage because an allegation doesn't mean it's truthful. And so this family law system is like a kangaroo court, and just want to see if you guys are experiencing the same thing. Like I said before, if you've watched any of my other videos, this is the second time I've been around. I didn't have to go through such a contentious type of situation in the first one because we had one child and she was younger and there was no restraining order or anything like that filed. But the second one, her attorney pulled every trick in the book, claiming I'd steal from their college fund, which my ex didn't even contribute to. It was started by my family, and just making those types of ridiculous allegations. And so, how did you guys deal with this? Luckily, I'm kind of into it. I still am quite a bit angered from time to time by some of the tactics. And just on a side note, I'm actually suing them, her and her attorney both, just because I can and because I think that there's an actual recuperable type of situation. I'm suing them for intentional infliction of emotional distress. And the reason for that being is that, yeah, they're using the family law system, but they're using the system, her attorney is, not to advocate for her client, but to try to cause me extreme emotional distress. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I can go on and on and on. I've had friends that have seen how it's affected me personally. But I want to know what you guys think about it, and I'm really interested in maybe even starting a podcast just on this topic. I see a lot of them out there, when I commiserate with fellow men who are going through this, there's a lot to talk about, and I think that it could be helpful for people who might not know what they're getting into, especially if they're considering divorce. Because I'm telling you right now, as soon as the paperwork is filed, you're gonna turn into the worst person in the world. You beat her, you did all kinds of stuff, you were quote emotionally abusive, whatever that means. They'll just try anything they can to try to, and it's all about money. It's all about money and control. Any woman who keeps the children away from a father who had been seeing them every day is a piece of garbage in my personal opinion. But you guys can go through that, and it can go for the other side too. Let's talk about it. I'm happy to do more videos, and if anybody's interested in maybe starting a podcast just on this topic, I'm really happy to get into it. I mean, I think we could probably talk about it daily because we could have input from guys who are going through it. All right, guys, take care. Good luck out there.